Hello everyone, I am your lovely host Kuma as usual, and welcome to my brand new series, The Monday Breakfast, or Monday afternoon slash evening if you count today's time, or just simply The Monday Show, or The Kuma Show, workshopping the name. But this show is gonna just be like the forefront of like my thoughts and opinions and my hot takes. So this is where it's all going to be at. Just consider all my other previous videos where I talk about my thoughts and stuff to be like their work in progress slash tests. But this series will be my personal thing, okay? Like this will be the official start. So I humbly welcome you guys here. Anyway, today's episode is all about emotions and adulthood, feelings. Though I have no experience in it, and though I'm not gonna read off like some weird professional script, because I never made a script to save my own life, let alone another YouTuber's. But this is from my own personal eyes and feelings. Just recently, I lost a family member. I really liked her. She was really well respected in the family. But currently, where I'm staying at, I wasn't there to go to the funeral. I know all my other family members did, and they were really sad. I talked to my parent about it, but I didn't tell him how I felt because, to be really honest, I didn't know how to feel it. And before you start listing off in the comments, oh, I'm just edgy or I'm just being kind of like a narcissist, to be really honest, I don't know how to feel. Not like, oh, I'm just being blah, 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 this and that. But, it was just one of those. I couldn't force myself to be sad. I mean, I knew them. They were my family. Of course I knew them. But it was like, even here or there, I couldn't muster up the tears. I couldn't even muster up the deep pit in my stomach about losing somebody. I couldn't feel it, I had more feeling when my teacher died. My middle school teacher died. And I kind of felt bad for that because it's like, that's my middle school teacher. I lost an actual family member. And it's like, dang, seriously? I mean, I'm not showing any disrespect. Even anyone who's living or dead deserves all my emotional support and time because everyone is worth it. But in this case, I just didn't know what to say or do. And I just shut down for a while. And ironically, I don't know what's ironic about it. Anyway, on another topic, recently, I've been putting myself back in the world. I have a couple of friends in my life who've been encouraging me to try more and do more. Try to get out in the world, try to be a person. Stop being an insider because quarantine makes you, forget all about your social skills and leaves you as a soulless shell who only knows how to binge Netflix or Hulu. But I tried. And, I did so good in the friendship aspect, I thought I was going to move to the relationship aspect. I tried. I set up a couple of apps. Not going to tell them who they are because no brand recognition. I want to keep my life somewhat personal. But there was someone I reconnected. Someone from the old world, as I like to call it. We talked for a while. We reconnected. It was good. But things went south. I mean, just today, that's the last time I heard from them because they ultimate blocked me on everything. I'm not naming no names because I respect people like that. But I was hurt. And no, this is not exposing for YouTube gain or fame or drama. It's not like that. I like to tell people how I feel. I like to be honest. And this is the whole thing of this show, is to be real. I know being vulnerable in front of your fans is not a good idea because they could exploit that against you. And, I'd rather not experience that. But I'm taking down a whim. I'm giving my own shot of the doubt. I could believe that you guys can respect me enough to not expose my secrets. I know a lot of people will still do that. And, whether or not they do it or not for the fun, or they're just doing it because they're a soulless machine, it's up to them. I'm not going to cast judgment on them for doing what they want to do. But what really hurt me about this whole endeavor was the fact that, like, I felt bad for that. I was trying. You're not gonna know about your headmaster, but he's been out the dating game for like a long while. Tried like a couple of years. I tried many things. They failed. Try to meet people that didn't work out because we didn't mix and mingle, and it's okay. Obviously, I can't tell my parents these truths because they don't understand. Because like they don't understand me personally. And I'm 22, and I feel like I can't tell my parents everything because I feel like they see me as a child sometimes, and I don't blame them. I'm not exactly the smartest tool in the shed, the smartest scientist in the room, the sharpest knife in the kitchen, or you get the saying. You know what I'm saying. But I guess that really broke the camel's back, because over the span of this year alone and last year, I've just been getting more and more revelations about my past. People who I connected with and people I grew up with turn out not to be people who I thought they were. They didn't respect me. They thought of me as someone they should carry like a little dog in a purse. I was the friend in the group that you bring along because you feel bad about not bringing them along, not because you actually care. You feel bad if you leave them out. I'm that friend in the group. It's just pity after pity. The first revelation, second revelation was just as hurtful. It's like the BoJack thing. Like all the revelations pretty much amount to one BoJack saying from the show, The BoJack Horseman on Netflix. Though everyone loves you, nobody likes you. And that's the loneliest feeling in the world. And that's what I'm feeling. Beyond my family who automatically love me regardless because it's family. You can't just simply not love family. I know that differs from different family, but in this family, everyone practically loves you. No matter what you do. You commit a hit and run and they'll still love you for some reason. I don't know. It's just life. But to me, that's how it was. Like outside my circle, my family, beyond like the few handful of people now I could trust to some degree, that hurt a lot, And personally, before this point where I found actual real people to talk to, I always felt like my life was always alone. I always felt like that I had no direction or purpose or meaning. I know I'm still young. I still got plenty to live for. I'm not saying that I'm gonna do something bad, but for the longest time, even since middle school, I always kind of knew more than I let on. I'm not saying that I had the IQ of 300. I was smart. I was charismatic. I was knowing everything at once. It's just kind of like I understand the world sooner than later. And to be honest, I kind of wish I didn't. I kind of wish I was still my kid self. I wish I was still blind to the world and the ignorance of all the hate and discrimination and the cold truth that's behind it all. It really sucks because that's all I ever been thinking about. That's all I ever do is just stress out, but I hide it behind some persona, I hide it just so I wouldn't burden people, And I know it's not good to bottle up your emotions like that, but I had nowhere to go. I had no outlets. Like I said, I didn't really exactly have friends to go to. I couldn't tell my parents because, one parent is never really around, and even they are around, they don't understand. They make it sound like it's just some dramatic big deal, or the other one, I just can't burden because I just don't want to. Their plates are already full. I had my sibling, but We're siblings, but we're not on that kind of level of siblings. We're not that like, oh, I get to talk about my problems. For a longest time now, I've been bottling up a lot of emotions, a lot of anguish, sadness, anger, like just a lot of it. It's starting to seep out now. Now that I don't have anywhere else to go because of quarantine and stuff like that. I don't have anywhere to don't really have much to do except for YouTubing and voiceovers, which is not doing so well. YouTubing, I'm happy to do it. I love my career. I think it's the best thing I've ever done so far. Not working at a dead end 9 to 5. But what hurts me a lot is the voiceover. I know I wasn't gonna get like signed on to Funimation or Crunchyroll or Netflix or anything crazy like that. I don't know where to start, and I'm too scared to ask for help. I don't know where to go. It's voiceover. It's just me talking to a microphone, doing some action, saying some phrase, doing anything in the microphone. You know, I know, and I feel like me here alone is not good enough for voiceover because I know people take serious about their craft. I'm serious about voiceover, but I don't think my voice is good enough. You know, and that's just the constant anxiety I have ever since middle school when I like I said, when I finally opened my eyes to the real world. I just started having overwhelming anxiety. Like everything I do or everything I've done just almost stresses me out. Like I can't even sleep normally unless I wear myself out physically and mentally. And that's the truth. I don't blame no one, and I don't think I need to see anybody about it. But I can't tell anyone. I can't tell my family the truth. They don't understand enough. But that's just me. I have to wear myself out to the very just near exhaustion just to even get some hours of sleep. And I guess that's my fault. My brain's wired too differently, and I feel too abnormal in this life. I don't feel like I belong with people up beyond family. I want to have friends, but I come on too strong. I can't socialize. I don't know how to socialize. I tried. It's just complicated and hard. And I feel like YouTube's my only outlet to kind of just confess myself. Just to be honest and true, have a confessional or something. I don't know if you guys understand or you guys, feel anything beyond just me being another content creator on a platform. But believe me, I have some level of a soul. I'm not just your run of the mill like and subscribe and you get my Discord server business here. I believe that my channel could be a place, a community of just something, salvation, outer heaven. Better get a solid reference. But getting back on topic to some degree, what does this all amount to in the end of it? Questions? I don't know. I, I don't know. With me losing a family member, accepting their death, trying to find a way to feel something over it, trying and failing with this recent endeavor of finding another person in my life. I guess with that one, I just chalk it up as to I'm kind of toxic in a way. And I know you should never admit that, but I want to just say my truth now. I'm kind of toxic, okay? I'm somewhat codependent on another person because I desperately need to seek their validation. Because I myself cannot find said validation within me. I know most people don't want that. I know most people hate the idea of having someone else cling to them like a leaf on their shoe. But that's just them. This is me. I can't change who I am beyond my outward appearance and probably some of my behavior and mannerisms. This is how I was created. You got a problem with that? Go to my creators, my folks. You can't change what I am, you know? It's just encoded in me. I guess that's life to some degree. But I guess my question is, where does my curiosity end? Where does my quest for knowledge and wanting to know more about the uncertainty of the unknown, where does it stop? Because I keep asking these questions, searching for answers for years, and all they ever did was just tore me apart. Mentally, emotionally, sometimes comically, physically. I search for a meaning in every little thing, even though that shouldn't be the answer. I try to find purpose beyond the scope of my station, and yet I don't know. The meaning of life is different, varied by different people, comes in different sizes and beliefs. I mean, obviously my belief is when I finally die in this planet, I'll just simply reincarnate into a different person, maybe start over in a new world. You know, the anime isekai thing. I know that shouldn't be your belief, but it's kind of better than the whole go to heaven or hell, or just outright just dying. No, I rather believe there's something beyond this life than just the void, oblivion, nothingness. But death is not the topic. Kinda. It's just my feelings into some things. And this was just this week and this weekend. This all happened within the span of a week. Up to today. This all happened. Well, and some personal deep backstory lore about your lovely host. But, you know, I guess just things happen. I know, I'm sorry. I keep saying the same words over and over again. But I don't exactly have any dialogue. I don't write scripts about my thoughts. I don't understand scripts. I mean, unless I was making like a big project-y like video like, oh, top Danganronpa, best worst trials, then of course I'll write a script. I'll try to. You know, my writing is terrible, but I'll still try. I guess when it comes to me me pouring out my heart and soul, I prefer to be truthful with it. You know, I'm truthful to you guys. I respect my audience. You're not just some herd. You're not just some money for me. You're people I respect and trust. Even though you don't know me, even though you could probably care less about what I am and what I do, I still trust you enough regardless. You know, because I kind of believe in the whole judge people by their character, not by their insert X here reasons like race, gender, religion. I don't try to judge people that harshly. It's honestly just more about your character. If you're a good person, you're a good person. You're a piece of crap, you're a piece of crap. I'm not going to bash you for it, you know, just like maybe I should interact with this person for a bit. But that's my feelings in all of it. In the grand scheme today. It is Monday. Well, that is it for today's Monday show. The Kuma Coffee with Kuma. That will be today's episode name. No, that'll be the show's name in overall. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for for liking and subscribing my videos. I thank you all for watching my content. Please share and tell people about me so I get a bigger following. Doing the usual shilling out because I want to hit 30 subs at some point. My goal is to at least hit 100 subs by the end of this year. That's a major goal, to be honest, to me. I'll be surprised if I hit 6K in 6 weeks. Anyway, I'm your lovely host, Kuma, and I will speak to you guys the next time. Farewell, my little fellow students.